Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is Monday, December 2nd. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I am most active on Instagram, especially this month, which is where I am doing a makeshift vlogmas on my stories. So if you are interested in keeping up with what I am getting up to this month, and also just crafty things in general, a lot of cat things as well. And as you are probably not surprised by, Rusty is sitting on his little crinkle mat now. So he just wants to be part of the last episode of the year. All the links to those things that can be found on my blog, in addition to links to the show notes. Links to things that I will be talking about will be in the show notes. They're on my blog. Link to that is down below if you are on YouTube. Also, tech editing information if you are in need of a technical editor for any upcoming knitting patterns, or if you know of someone who is looking for an editor, please let me know. I would love to work with you. You can check out more information through the Graceful Edits tab on my blog, or you can send me a message on Instagram. I would love to start that conversation. We have projects to go over, and yes, this is the last episode for 2024. I will be taking a break for the holidays and just enjoying my time of crafting, spending time with family and friends, and just enjoying the season. I've done particularly well, if I do say so myself, of pacing my knitting and things like that. So I've got plenty of time for Advent knitting, which I'm very excited about. Yes. So let's just get straight into it. I have a tea advent calendar, and Sam was very kind and went and scoured our local Walmart for the Gilmore Girls mug that is so popular, and he found one. It's just so sweet. So I am loving this. Even though it's not holiday, I am still loving this. Today's tea, it's a Republic of Tea advent calendar, and today I'm drinking peppermint chocolate, rooibos, whatever you want to call it, tea. I have yet to drink it. It is scalding. So I'm going to abstain at this very moment, but if you want to grab something tasty to drink, something to craft upon, something to snack upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, whatever it may be, I hope it is bringing you joy and or rest, or I'm helping you get through a task that is not as much fun, which we all have those, unfortunately. I have laundry I have to do later, so that is a thing. You can do all of those things, none of those things, whatever it is, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. Do I dare? I don't know. Okay, it's not too bad. The mug is just very hot. Well, that's very nice. That is very nice. Usually when teas are like chocolate flavored, that's not my favorite. I have yet to have a really good chocolate flavored tea, but that is actually very pleasant. It's way more, it's like a creamy peppermint. It's like kind of like a peppermint patty, a York peppermint thing, which I do love. That's the vibe. I'm into it. It's got a little bit of caffeine. Could do without right now. It's all good. It's all good. So we have knitting progress. We have a finished objects. We have a pair of socks to show. We have my Christmas present for Sam progress. We have just general things to talk about, as it is the last episode of the year, and things that we want to kind of think about for next year, 2025, which is kind of crazy. Where's time gone? Rusty, where has time gone? I don't know. He like never really sits on this crinkle pad unless I am over here and recording. I think he knows that he's doing this on purpose, so I do apologize. I have noticed when I edit it, like you can really hear the crinkling. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it is not too distracting or irritating, but it's a cat. He's cute. He's really cute. He means no harm. He just needs attention. So where do we begin? I do have Advents. I've casted on my Advent project for my mini skeins, and I've started my Advent self-striping socks from Freckled Whimsy, excuse me. I have finished some candy cane socks. Let's just go over those right now, since that'll be a nice like start off point. Ta-da! I was bound and determined to get them done, and I certainly did. This is the Candy Cane Lane sock pattern from, I can't remember her, I'm blanking on her name, but the her like design name is Autumn Poppy Designs. She's got quite a few sock patterns actually, but this one is Candy Cane Lane. You can see that there's a lace pattern of candy canes all the way down onto the foot. It is charted and written, so if you prefer one over the other, you can take your pick, which is really great. I used, for my heels, toes, and cuffs, I used Stash, which was Hedgehog Fibers sock that I've had for what feels like eons. And then the main color is very special because a friend of mine dyed it and gifted it to me a couple Christmases ago. And I like started these socks pretty shortly after getting the skein, and or no, I think I saved it for the following Christmas, but I started them and didn't finish them, obviously. But now they're finished, and now I can wear them, and I'm very excited. And yes, this was mainly what I worked on during the, if you are into college football, you would definitely be aware of the UT and Texas A&M football game that happened this past Saturday. We're not going to talk about it. It did happen. I did watch it. I mentioned it last time we chatted. And yes, everyone, in case you were curious and don't follow me on Instagram, I did watch this a touchdown love story, or a touchdown Christmas. What was it called? A Chief's love story. I watched this one, this Hallmark movie that was super hyped. It had Donna Kelsey in it, as in Taylor and Travis Kelsey, Taylor Swift, I should say. And I watched it while watching the football game. It was perfect. It worked out just fine. I finished, almost finished. I think I had like half a toe left by the time the game was over. The movie overlapped with half of the game. It was great, other than the fact that we lost, but that's okay. That's just a little side note. But I got good knitting done. We hung out with my in-laws. We had pizza. I made caramel brownies. I got a lot of knitting done, and I watched my Hallmark movie, so overall, I can't complain. Dear sir, now is not the time to play with Christmas ornaments, because I'm sitting right here. This is Rusty's first Christmas with us, which is very exciting. We have gotten him a little baby stocking that has an R on it. And he has not tried to climb up the trees. I think he knows that he's too big to do that, which is, we were very grateful for. Don't get me wrong. But the ornaments along the bottom, which we chose that they were like not breakable and also not like fuzzy or like stuffed animal type plushy. ornaments because like this, because he would take it and play with it and either destroy it or hide it somewhere. So all the ones along the bottom are plastic or wood or something like that. And apparently that has not stopped him chewing on them. And I'm grateful for these very sturdy ornaments because he loves them. But we don't want him to really get too into it. Are you sitting under there like a little present? Like a little present? So yes, all good things, all good things. Got the pair of socks finished. I have all empty needles currently, except I obviously cast on my Advent socks from the, with the Freckled Whimsy Advent calendar. We shall talk about this. I'm not going to show the skein right now because, but I mean, people have probably opened it at this point. I don't know. I'm going to show the skein. Well, no, I don't know. What should I do? I don't know. I don't know. What am I going to do? There we go. There's my sock. Isn't it so beautiful? It's such a beautiful sock. I just don't want to spoil anything for people that like don't want to like have things spoiled because it is only December 2nd. But I am loving this. What is my contrast color? I don't know. It's a good question. I use this for my Ellen Griswold socks, actually, and I believe it's like a Cascade Heritage or something like that. Super squishy, great for socks, great like cool cream, which goes really well with the color palette of these stripes. So happy. And I'm just plugging along. What I also really love is this bag that I'm keeping these in. This is a new bag. I can't remember if I showed this to you all, but I got this little bucket bag from This Handmade Life earlier this year. I think maybe earlier this year, a couple months ago. I think it was maybe in early November, mid-November. So I've had this for a decent amount of, or not a decent amount of time, some amount of time. I was saving it for my Advent socks because I knew that this is what I wanted, and it's very cute. I love it so much. The inside's very cute, but I won't show you because I have the yarn that should not be spoiled to you all. So yes, this is very exciting. And we just love knitting a little row a day on 2 socks. So I've got 2 socks going at the same time. So they will all be done. I will be doing the Shadow Wrap heel because that's my new favorite. And it works really great, like I said, with colorwork socks, but also with self-striping socks where you don't want to break up the striping. Works really great. So I'm very excited about that. What do I have in here? So this is what my Candy Cane Lane socks were living in, which was a gift from a friend several years ago. This is from Sandy by the Lakeside. Obviously it's very festive. It's one of my favorite holiday bags. This is yet to be cast on, but I do have my needles ready to go. This is a very Hobbit Christmas, I believe. What is it called? By Mustache Yarns. I love it so much. Like, this is just so happy. And I would like to have these going also. And I will have 1 extra pair of sock needles available. So, in theory, I might like to wind up one of the couple skeins of self-striping yarn that I have saved for Sam and maybe try and somehow pull out a pair of vanilla socks for him for Christmas. I honestly don't know if that's going to happen, but I might, you know. I don't have any test knits going. You all know, like, my test knitting status this year. It's been super laid back, very minimal. Honestly, been really great. Good for my crafting soul. And not having all that right now while I'm working and enjoying these Advent projects and like just having a good old time, with the exception of a few projects that I need to get done. Obviously, like this cross stitch thing that I'm going to share with you in just a moment. And there's a few other things that I might want to make for people, but they will not be named on this podcast lest people be watching. Which I know they are, so I'm not gonna say anything. But I need to do that. But I've heard that these particular projects go really quickly, and I'm very excited. I have lots of plans. And so I'm not worried. I just need to like do things, you know? I think it's decision fatigue. There's been a lot of deciding things, decorating. You have to decide where things go. Like, do you need new decorations? Deciding why does that cause decision fatigue? It's all fun things. And then there's life stuff. Which is also going on and like never stops. So there's that too. But I'm excited. I did also get a Advent sock set from Suburban Stitcher that is part of her like Holiday by the Seaside collection. I did open it on the 1st or yesterday, and I love it. I'm so excited. I will not show that to you all now, just in case any of you have received it or you got it as well and are saving it for a different time. So I don't want to spoil anything. No spoilers. But I do have that. It's literally sitting over here on the same table as my tea. What else have I worked on? I have worked on, I did bring over my ranunculus. So this is a thing that I am actively working on now. I need to be actively working on this. Because I want to wear this for Christmas Eve, whatever events we may be going to. When we go to see my family, my parents for Christmas, this is going to be my Christmas sweater. I will probably wear it for other events other than Christmas, but it has been labeled the Christmas sweater. This is my ranunculus by Midori High Rose, Rosé, one of those versions, or maybe something completely different that I don't know. I love this yarn. It is knit out of Isayar Soft in this beautiful green color. I was right. Hallelujah. This yarn was purchased from our beloved Maker and Stitch, which is a local yarn shop to my mom in Edwards, Colorado. They have a wonderful online shop, so if you are in need of crafty gifts or just cute little things, because they've got like felt ornaments and they've got some other things for like non-crafty people, you should really check out their online shop. They have great shipping. They are wonderful. Would recommend. So I am so excited about this. It's going to be so like cozy, but also because of the cotton element in the yarn, I'm excited to like not be enveloped in 100% wool. For my sake, I'm excited. I run hot, and that is always a factor. So I'm very excited about this I think the stitch definition of this yarn is just so, so beautiful, so puffy. And I'm now just working on the body, and then I'm planning on making the sleeves as long as I possibly can, depending on the amount of yarn I have left over. I have this current ball that is attached, and then I've got 2 more behind me, so I think I should be fine. My mom is making one as well in a different color, but the same yarn, and she is way further to being done, closer to being done. She, I think, has like maybe half a sleeve, 1 sleeve left, and she's got plenty of yarn, so I'm not worried, but I'm very excited. I need to try it on. I need to make sure the length is right. I need to just keep on plodding forward, just put it into the rotation. Set that timer, get that knitting done. It's on a big needle, it'll go fast. Just turn on a Hallmark Christmas movie. Holiday movie. What is your favorite holiday movie? Do share, do tell me. What is my favorite? Oh, that's an easy question. I thought about it, and like, of the favorites, like, of course there are favorites, but the top tier, toppest of all tiers, everyone, and I know that some people would agree with me, the best Christmas movie of all time is The Muppets Christmas Carol, and it will always be the best. Always. Always. You always have a sing-along. It must be done. It must be watched. It is so good. It's my favorite of all time. Toppest tier, you know. But if that is not your favorite Christmas movie, please do share with me what yours is. I would love to know. I know that everybody has like family traditions around Christmas movies and things like that. So I also started working on the wedges of I got 1 wedge done. I was talking about this with some of my knitting friends today, and they were asking how far I was, and I said I had 4 of these wedges done. I misremembered. I only have 1. That's okay. 1 is better than none. So this is going to be a long process, and I know I was like, I gotta get this done before I start Advent knitting, and like, I gotta get these needles. And then I dug and did some reorganization of projects, and I just moved 2 projects that were on 6s over to Scoobies. So they're on pause right now. It's all fine. On pause, so I was able to cast on both things that I wanted with US 6s and still have my mystery knit along on this massively long cable, which is great. Perfect. This cable would have been a little annoying for these other projects, so it all worked out great. It worked out perfectly. And I'm not going to stress myself out about these wedges. I think I'm going to take a break during the holiday season so I can fully enjoy Advent and gift knitting and just fun plain knitting. And then revisit it back in January. I will finish it. Like, there's no doubt about it at this point. It will be finished because I really want to wear it. But we're just going to take a break, and that's okay. You know what? It's currently lower on the list of the things that are bringing me joy, and that's valid. Valid. Okay, so we talked about the ranunculus. That's in current rotation. We talked about the Mystery Knit Along, Go Go Dynamo. What is my yarn? I'm so sorry. My yarn is Cascade Heritage, which was the white, and then the Peachy Skein, who are still dyeing yarn. They dyed the contrast color that I'm using that is called Peach Princess, and then I'm using a variety of various mohairs. a variety of various. That was a little bit redundant, but I'm using a variety of mohairs in the shawl. So that will be the wedge situation. But we're not going to worry about that right now because we're focused on other fun things, one of which being in this a super cute bag that I got from Elena of Rose and Seams. Everyone, this is my Thanksgiving cast on, and I did in fact cast on my Weekender light, and I'm just like plugging along the back ribbing, and I got a lot done, and it was really great because I was standing around in the kitchen in between working on things with my mother-in-law, and I would just like, I had it with me so I could just pick it up and knit on it and then put it down and then pick it up and knit on it, and I got a lot done, and it was really great. I am so excited about this yarn, everyone. And the glitter is not being picked up, and I'm so sorry that is not visible, but it is there. It is there. Check out those little colorful tweedy nubs. It is wonderful. So this yarn is from Fangirl Fibers. Yes. Fangirl Fibers, this is called Ghost Road, and it is from their Haunted collection, which I got at DFW Fiber Fest back in September. And we did a tubular cast on in the car. Turned out just fine. I had a little refresher from a YouTube video right before we left, and I got it. No big deal. Looks great. I'm just plugging along. This is bringing me so much joy, and I love it, and I'm so glad that I cast it on Thanksgiving because that was what I really needed. And I'm glad that I moved whatever project it was onto a Scooby so I could use these needles because this was bringing me joy. Yes. If something is bringing you joy, just don't even question it, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to save my Advent knitting for well, actually, no, let's talk about it first. And then we'll talk about the cross stitch. So I think this is going to be a shorter episode. I do apologize. So how do we show these mini skeins without, like, do we spoil things? I don't know. This is the problem. So the yarn advent calendar that I got is from Chelsea Yarns. It is a Western holiday, or Chelsea on the Ranch. It's a beautiful box. It is way over there that I forgot to bring over here, but there were yummy goodies in there. There was a delicious cookie that I have yet to have and other fun things. And then a little sheet with the colorway names, and then some codes for some patterns. I believe there were 2 patterns, maybe. So I'm very excited. I am knitting. I finally decided. The candy cane shawl, and I need to look it up because there are too many candy cane things. That's not what I want to do. But I was greatly inspired by, hello, what is this? Okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so Candy Cane Lane Advent Shawl. So we have the Candy Cane Lane socks, and we have the Candy Cane Lane Advent Shawl by Crystal T Knits. She has quite a few Advent projects, and I was aware of them, but I've been particularly inspired by a friend of mine. She made this Candy Cane Lane shawl a couple of years ago with her Advent calendar from Chelsea Yarns, and every time she wears it, it's just like, I need that. I need that. And I know that the Advents are very different, and I know that's not the same colors, but it's one of those things that you can throw on, and I think because of how Christina, who's behind Chelsea Yarns, like does her colors, I think it just works really well. So I am so excited. I was very inspired by my friend, and I'm excited to finally be doing this particular shawl. I'm really happy with how it's written up. It's like very clear, easy to follow, easy to like work through your mini skeins. There's no guessing of like when do I switch colors, how many rows do I do with this first color, and then when do I switch. It's very clear. There's even fading involved. It's all written out. It's all written out. And that is what I wanted in my advent knit. I just wanted something completely brainless and something that was already put together for me. I didn't have to do any work other than knit it. So nice. So I have loved working on this, and I feel like that's saying a lot because I've only worked on day one, which was yesterday, but I did get all of day one's knitting done, and I'm going to wind up day two after I'm done recording. Maybe before I start the laundry. I should do it afterwards, but I may do it before. We'll see. I'm very excited. I also got the glitter base, the sparkle base, so I am just loving the little golden pizzazz in there. Yes, I am so excited. On my Instagram stories, while I am kind of doing this makeshift vlogmas, I am putting any kind of stories that have the Freckled Whimsy socks in them or the Chelsea Yarns Advent in black and white, obviously, because I know, like, nobody wants to be spoiled. That's just no fun. And it's just, you have this, like, expectation, or not an expectation, but you have this joy of, like, not knowing what you're gonna get, and then you open it up, and it's just like, ah! Because that's what advent calendars are. Or countdown calendars. Anyway, so I'm trying not to spoil anybody. I know I would be sad if I was spoiled, so I just want to be courteous of others. But I'm loving working on this. I'm so excited to continue working on it. Right now my rows are really short, so I'm just having a grand old time. Even once my rows get longer, I will still have a grand old time, and I'm very excited. Very excited. I am also very hoping to stay pretty on top of this. Because as I mentioned, what did I mention? I don't really have a ton of what am I trying to say? Goodness gracious. I don't have a ton of deadlined knitting or, like, at the moment, gift knitting other than these one thing that will not be named and the other pair of vanilla socks that may or may not happen. And the thing that will not be named is definitely happening. The socks, I honestly don't know. They will happen at some point. It's not that they're not happening. It's just a matter of, are they happening right now, or are they happening like in January for our anniversary or something like that. That may also be. But I do also have this cross stitch thing. So I'm hoping to stay on top of this. No, this is not in a festive bag, but it was one of the bigger ones that I have available. I do have a holiday bag from Rose and Seams. It's like hot cocoa-esque. It's like light blue and red, and I'm trying to remember where it is. I think it might be behind me somewhere. Maybe? I don't remember. I need to find it, because that would be really... I do love this bag, though. My mom got this for me from Maker and Stitch forever ago. I think it was a local maker, and even before my parents moved there. My mom got it for me when they were visiting at one point. But it is not as festive. I do love it, but it's not as festive as the other bags. Like, there's no comparison, right? We love both bags, but it's not as festive. Anyway, so yeah, all that to say, I'm hoping to keep up with my Advent shawl knitting, even though the rows are getting longer. And I'm looking forward to the various like trips and things that we have planned this month that like I can bring my mini skeins with me and I can do that as we go, and it's just so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, so that is all my Advent knitting. And then finally, everyone, don't tell Sam, who is my husband, by the way, if you are new. Sorry if you are like brand new and I'm getting ready to take a break for the rest of the month. I do apologize, but I will be back. Never fear. So everyone, you may be able to tell from the previous discussions, but I went to Texas A&M University. My husband did, all of his family did, my younger brother did. We've got lots of Aggies in the family, lots of Aggie friends. A&M is special to us, me, my husband. And so when I saw this kit from So Charming Design Company on Etsy, who's relatively local, she lives in North Houston-ish, I saw this and I was like, I must do this for Sam for Christmas. And it is a cross stitch of the A&M campus. I was incorrect last time when I showed this to you all. I said that the quad was the bonfire memorial. That's my bad. I don't know why I thought that was that, because it doesn't look like it. And also I forgot about the quad, which is also pretty important to the A&M campus, but it is what it is. I've gotten a decent amount of progress done, but it could be further along, I'm not gonna lie. I did finish my first page, so I currently have it like this, so the hoop is over here, so you can't see the academic building in all of its glory, but I'm getting ready to take on the behemoth of Kyle Field, which, looking at it on the little, the pattern page is like, oh my goodness, that's so much! But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, the issue that, like, mentally I'm coming across is that everyone, it's not the 25th that I have to have this done by. I have to have this done by before we leave to go have Christmas with my family, which is on the 22nd. So in theory, I need to have this done by the 20th or 21st. And it is hard to not be able to work on this. And I know that, like, just because of the Thanksgiving holiday and Sam had extra time off, and so he was around more, and there was just a longer period of time when I couldn't work on it. It just felt like it wasn't going to get done. But when I went to hang out with my knitting friends today, this was all I worked on. So technically it wasn't knitting with my knitting friends, but we were all being crafty. So I got a good chunk of Kyle Field done. I moved on to the second page, and then we've got the third page, which will go over here. So I am close to halfway done. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're holding it very lightly, and goodness knows I have given so many projects to people that are half done, and I've done that to Sam so many times, and he loves all of them, and if I don't get this framed in time, that's okay. If I give it to him as is, it'll be fine. but I would really, 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 really love to have this done. We'll see. We will see. But anyway, I'm loving this. If you are interested, or if you are a fan of cross stitch at all, I would highly recommend this cross stitching lady. Again, her name is So Charming Design Company. She has several Texas schools, and she's got a few other state schools, and I think she also has Stars Hollow, and I know that she's like in the process of putting together other ones, but I am so excited. When this is done, this is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be really, really exciting. I know Sam will love it. I may need to do others for other family members. Oh, but I love cross stitch. There's something about it that's like not quite like knitting, but it's like, it scratches a part of my brain that's just like, oh, this feels so good. This is so satisfying. And uses a different part of my brain, and that's really good. But I am just plugging along. Also, a really cool thing about this So Charming Design Co. You can get the PDF pattern of whatever school you so desire that she has available, or you can buy the kit, which is really great for people like me who like don't cross stitch regularly and have none of the materials available in my stash of crafting things. I could have gone and bought everything, but that would have been an extra thing that I had to do, and I would have put it off. So the fact that everything came in a kit, it came in a bag, the pattern was printed, I have it in color and black and white. I also have the digital copy. Like, it's great. So great. I can't recommend it enough. And like, I bought that with my own money. None of that is sponsored by any means. I found that, thankfully, Instagram served that to me in an ad. Or as an account that I might be interested in. So we can thank the algorithm for that find. I'm not complaining. Anyway, so everyone, I think that is actually it. That is all the crafting that I have to share with you. We've talked about plans, we've talked about projects, we've talked about finished objects, we've talked about the holidays, all that fun stuff. We've talked about the Muppet Christmas Carol, more importantly. So yeah, it is sometimes a challenge to close out episodes from week to week, but goodness knows it is so much harder to close out the episode that is closing out the year. The pressure, everyone, the pressure. It's been a wild year. It's been a crazy year. It's been a very productive year. There's been lots of ups, lots of downs. Lots of crafts have been done. We started spinning again. I have plans for spinning things in the new year. Obviously cross stitch came back. Really hit my sock stride. Did fun things, did fun knitting things, met incredible people, worked with incredible people. Like, it's been, crafting wise, it's been a very, very, very good year. And I'm very grateful for that. And a large part of that also has to do with you all who come back every week or every time I upload. I appreciate your grace towards me for the flexibility of to do this when and however I can do it or want to do it. It's just, it makes the job more easy when I know that people who watch this really enjoy it, and are wonderful people who really care, and it's just very encouraging and very positive, and I'm very blessed to have you all. We will go over the New Year goals, the knitting crafting goals the next time I see you all. I will hopefully have them written down, as I usually do, if I can find that notebook. I remember this year, back in January, I couldn't find the notebook, and I think I did it in a different one, and then I found the old notebook. It was very frustrating. It was very frustrating. But we will come up with those goals. If you have any crafting goals in this upcoming year, I would love to know them, or you can take this time to start thinking about them, and then we can all share them next time. Yes, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, whatever holiday you may be celebrating, or maybe you're just kind of laying low and having a chill time of year. I hope that you are spending time with family and friends, if that is what you have in the cards this year. Or maybe you're laying low. That could also be the case. I hope you are warm. I hope you're happy and healthy, because no one likes to be sick around this time of year, or whatever it may be. Yes. So I hope you all, in the meantime, just have a wonderful holiday season. Again, whatever holidays you may be celebrating, I hope you have a wonderful, joyous time. There are so many Vlogmases out there on YouTube and on Instagram. I was just going through my YouTube subscriptions today, and it was like, oh my, there are so many of them, and some of these are like an hour long, and I don't have time. So I may be saving some of these up and watching later, but whatever it is, I encourage you to go watch some, because it's very fun and it's very cool to catch a glimpse inside people's lives as they share things like this during the holiday season, and that's fun. Again, I am doing my own version over on my Instagram, on my stories. I'm saving it to a highlight, so if you happen to miss anything, or if you want to go back and rewatch it, or like if I mention something that you're interested in, it's all saved in a highlight, which is at the top of my profile on Instagram. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Rusty's sound asleep over there, no longer on his crinkle mat, so that's nice. But he wishes you a wonderful holiday season. I wish you a happy holiday season. Sam wishes you a happy holiday season. From the Wick family to you, we all wish you a happy holiday season. Thank you so much to every single one of you. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful time crafting, taking a chill time, celebrating the reasons for the season, singular. And yeah, so that is all that I have. I'm just gonna like stop it there, otherwise I'm gonna keep on rambling. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you all in the new year. Happy crafting, Merry Christmas, all the holidays, and I will see you all next time. Bye!